Assalamu alaikum. This message is for my international friends who do not understand Urdu language. Today, 7th of January, is a very significant day, but ignored by vast majority of Pakistanis. Why? 7th January is the day of martyrdom of a great Sufi saint from valley of Sindh, a vast valley of river Sindh which flows from Attock, Gandhara civilization to Mohenjo-daro civilization, all over the military establishments made province 50 years ago called Sindh, and extends to Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, NWFP. Is all part of real Sindh, 5,000-year-old Sindh. But in 5,000-year time period, there's a one Sufi saint who did something which can only be matched, actually is beyond the match, from the founder of communism, called Marx. Karl Marx only wrote a book, but Shah Inayatullah Shaheed wrote the practical aspect of community farming in province of Sindh. How many years ago? 300 years ago. Minimum 150 years before Karl Marx was born. Very interesting story of a great man who was born and raised in province of Sindh, which is part of Pakistan. He was not migrated from Iran or Arab like so many other Sufi saints. He was a born Jat, born in a family who were converted from Hindus to Muslim. He was passionate about learning Sufism. And what did he do? Where did he learn Sufism? The real land of Sufism, which is India. Sindh province is not a land of Sufism. There's only 2 or 3 Sufis in this land. One biggest one is Lal Shahbaz Qalandar. And this Shah Inayatullah Shaheed, in my opinion, the biggest one, because he followed the footpath of great icon of humanity, grandson of Prophet Muhammad, Imam Hussain. Shah Inayatullah Shaheed followed his path. To me, he is one of the greatest Sufi. What he did, he went India, the land of Sufism. He traveled to South India, to Hyderabad, Deccan. He traveled to Madhya Pradesh, nowadays a town called Burhanpur. He traveled to Delhi to learn Sufism. Got impressed, learned from the great Sufis of that time. If I'm not wrong, his name was Abdul Malik Shah, and also Shah Ghulam Muhammad in Delhi. Then he came back to Sindh again. And what he did? He preached the practical aspect of Muhammadan religion. Unlike Osama bin Laden, unlike Taliban, he spread love. Not just love, not a poetry. He created an environment where he taught that land belongs to those who till the land. Farmers should be the owner of the land. They should be earning the benefits of product. No unfair taxes to cruel, oppressive, tyrant, Wadiras, aristocrats of Sindh. So it is very important to understand the dynamics playing around in province of Sindh nowadays. Shah Inayatullah Shaheed is an excellent example to bring peace, tranquility, justice, humanity in this land of hatred, land of deceit, which is called province of Sindh nowadays. Why I'm saying that? Because 300 years ago, a landowner named Yar Muhammad Kalhoro tried to establish, and he was successful ultimately, Vadera Shahi, oppression, suppression, tyranny. And Shah Inayatullah Shaheed resisted it. Yar Muhammad Kalhoro conspired against Shah Inayatullah Shaheed, who was preaching welfare for the poor farmers. What he did, he used his friends, his connections with the Mughal empires and attacked his area in Jhok Thatta. And he was basically captured after 4 months of siege of his area, because he was fighting fearlessly, and the peasants and farmers were in line with Shah Inayat, who was a religious preacher, who was a Sufi, but they deceived him. How they did the deceit? They bring Quran and guaranteed him that we will have a negotiation. The moment he came out from Jhok to Thatta, they basically chopped his head off. Okay? And that was the end of collective farming, which is being taught nowadays by the West. We hear about microfunding. We hear about so many great things done by the West, preached by the West. But in province of Sindh, we already had a teacher who taught basically true democracy. People talk about democracy. Benazir, daughter of Bhutto, and Benazir's son, Bilawal Bhutto, or Bhutto himself, are the icons of democracy in Pakistan, which is all nonsense, all lies. They are Vadiras who are very cruel to their own people. People don't vote for them. They're scared of them. They are being bullied to the polling stations. But it was Shah Inayat who was the true democrat, who believed in masses, who believed in poor peasants. He wanted to give the land to them. What Bhutto did, he snatched the lands. He's the one of the biggest landlord. Mr. 10% become husband of Benazir. How they become billionaires? Just like Yar Muhammad Kalhoro, just like Shahidad Khan Talpur. Shahidad Khan Talpur, who was the deceitful general from Yar Muhammad Khan, who bring Shah Inayat out to Thatta to get killed. So people have to understand, Shah Inayatullah Shaheed was a great man. He should be icon in province of Sindh and Pakistan. But people don't want to talk about him, because if they talk about Shah Inayatullah Shaheed, then what's going to happen to Bhutto, Jatoi, Sharif, Altaf? What they will do? Because none of the politicians in Pakistan are sincere. Okay? So sincerity and love for the masses is in scarcity in Pakistan. It's very hard to find. So today is a very important day, as I just said, and significance of this day is that we need to bring people together in the name of Shah Inayatullah Shaheed. We have to have a unity between Mahajir, who are the owner of 40% of evacuated lands. We call it Motruka Sindh. Okay? And we say 30% of Sindh, which of evacuated land, should be given to peasants, haris, farmers. Vadiras don't deserve anything because they don't own anything. But they are oppressive, they are cruel, and they thrive on hatred, they thrive on manipulation, they thrive on deceit, and it must be stopped. It can only be stopped with the help of smart, educated people. And that is my request, who are listening to me and they understand the dynamics of Pakistan, politics of Pakistan, politics of province of Sindh, who want to end hatred, they must come forth and make Shah Inayatullah Shaheed the icon of real democracy, icon of real humanism, humanity, and land lords must be curtailed. Their lands must be distributed among the people who deserve it, because they don't even have papers, they don't even have legal rights to these lands, but they have become landowners because they have connections in Pakistani politics and establishment. So anyway, 7th of January is a very important day because it's a martyrdom day of Shah Inayatullah Shaheed, the great Sufi of Sindh. Take care.